it's only fitting that I do the inaugural video with a cheers because, like anything we do for the first time or embark on, especially when it comes to expressing your experiences, who you are, things you've been through, things you've lived through, the person become, the person you're becoming, it takes a certain level of vulnerability. So I want to make this cheers to anyone right now who is embarking on a journey for the first time that is putting themselves in a position of vulnerability, whether that vulnerability is failing and being let down or whatever the case may be. This is for you because we're being brave enough to pursue our dreams, pursue the things that we believe in, and we're not settling for anything that doesn't align with what we want to do, who we want to become, and who we are deep down inside. Cheers to you. This video is all about how day trading has changed me as a person. And I know me as a person and my life in general. Most of you may be thinking money, finances. And although that comes along with trading, if you're profitable and if you do it the right way, that's not the biggest takeaway for me because it's so much bigger than just money. It's a transformational inner awakening, if you will, on things that have maybe in some cases held me back. Maybe in some cases I've held on to without even knowing. And the crazy thing about it is we all have these instances and things in our life and in our DNA and in our identity that could either one, be holding us back, or two, actually propelling us to where we want to go. And the self work and the self discovery will only reveal that. But the crazy thing about it is we have to put in the work for those things to be revealed to us. And with day trading, for me, it started 5 years ago in 2019, roughly 5 years ago in 2019, where I already knew about trading. And a good friend of mine, more like brother of mine at this point, Kenny, introduced me to trading and told me, I think you'll be great. You have discipline, you have consistency. This thing may work for you. You should give it a shot. And I was hesitant at first because one, I was into e-commerce and digital marketing, and still very much so that is the case. But I ended up giving it a shot. And in the beginning, I failed. And even to this day, I still am not at the peak trader I want to be. But nevertheless, to stay on point here is I realized early on that this journey of actually becoming a day trader and being profitable is something that's going to force me to focus in on things that I may not have realized is a part of who I am. And more often than not, we have things in our lives that are a part of who we are, and we don't even realize the impact it has in our life on a day-to-day basis. Most of which can be how you treat others, most of which can be how you treat finances, how you operate and your relationship with finances. And there's so many things about who we are that tend to not get revealed to us because we're not looking, we're not digging, and we're not aware. That's the biggest thing in all of this in terms of how much are we aware of who we are right now? What day trading revealed to me is this. I have an abundant mindset, yes, but there are and were aspects of me that viewed money in a way that once it leaves, it may not never come back. That in and of itself is a scarcity mindset. Now, just because you are not in a position to spend money in a way that you want does not mean that when you get money, you will do that. Does not mean that you don't have the capability of achieving that status at some point in time. The crazy thing about it is day trading in and of itself will teach you more about yourself than a lot of these will, because it forces you to ask questions. It forces you to ask yourself, why am I making the same mistakes? Why am I fearful? Why do I feel like I can't conquer something? Why am I not disciplined? Why am I not consistent? All of these things stretch far beyond the realm of day trading in our everyday life, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's sticking to that routine, whether it's building positive habits, whether it's understanding our emotional intelligence and why we feel the way we feel during certain experiences that we have time and time again, whether it's with people or with life. Day trading has revealed so much about myself. And if you are on that path of becoming a day trader, it will for you to, there's no question about it. You will get a deeper understanding of who you are as a person, what flaws you may have, what weaknesses you may have, if you do it correctly. Because a lot of people try to get out of the market quick money. Let's be honest. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you find success in that, great. But if you truly want to take day trading in a journey that allows you to reinvent yourself, allows you to find deeper meaning in who you are and really get to know who you are as a person. And don't get me wrong, you do not have to become a day trader for these things to happen. It just spiraled into a greater, deeper understanding for me because of what day trading required and because of my commitment to making day trading work in terms of profitability. But even prior to day trading, I was very intuitive. Even prior to day trading, I was very much in tune with myself and my emotions and how I felt. There are some emotions back then that I wasn't able to really express in a positive way, but that comes through time and work. But nevertheless, the journey of self-mastery has continued to evolve for me in understanding the power that I have each and every day to mold my reality, to create the life that I want to live, to embody the feelings and emotions that I want to feel and operate on each and every day. And it's deep. It's deep when you take it from that aspect because you begin to realize the true power and the true essence of your being, of who you are, of the things that you're capable of more than anything. So this journey that I'm on now, which will forever be ongoing because I believe that life is a lifelong process of learning, of evolving, of trying to continue to stay connected to the true inner being that you want to be, to the true emotions of joy, peace, happiness, serenity, prosperity. In the end, that's all we want to achieve. In the end, we are all actively chasing, in some ways, or trying to attract a feeling of some sort. Most of us don't want necessarily money. We want the emotional connection that comes with having money, whether it's security, mainly security. Everything is emotionally driven. And when you get to understand that and you begin to see how you are your own world and your own being, and you have so much power that you wield each and every day that you're blessed with, you begin to look at life in a whole different meaning. You begin to interact with people in a whole different way. You begin to react to situations in completely different ways, because you understand the essence of who you are, the essence of how you want to operate, the emotions that you want to thrive on. And if that's contrary to those emotions, if it's negativity, toxicity, lack, scarcity, those things that you know you currently don't operate in, then you try to stay away and deter yourself from those situations, those individuals, those circumstances, those experiences. And with day trading, it has opened the door for me in my personal development, in my self mastery journey, in understanding who I want to be, how I need to operate in order to get there. And more importantly, the power that I have each and every day to shift the current reality that I live in. Most of us want the ability to manifest the desired reality or our dream life. But most of us don't ask the question of, are we the person that that life requires us to be? And if the answer is no, then that dream life will never manifest itself. You have to become, you have to be that person now in order for that life to manifest itself into reality. And day trading has opened up the door, and among other things, which I begin to discuss in this channel in all the videos that are coming up. But I wanted to introduce the channel with what led me down this path. And I'm sure there would have been other things that would have led me down this path. It just so happens that day trading ended up being the catalyst that catapulted me into this self-mastery journey, into wanting to know more, into building positive habits, building confidence, building consistency, building discipline, building internally, so that externally, it really is just a reflection of that. And that's all we can ever ask for in many instances. So this YouTube channel that I am beginning is going to be just that. Talking about my self-mastery journey, talking about how you can work on yourself, all the things that I've learned in the books that I've read, the books that I continue to read, the videos that I watch, the people that I've personally learned from in what I will call mentors, some of which are digital, and how you can apply that to your life and how you can begin the inner work of developing personally, developing who you want to be, developing the life that you want to live, and not feeling stuck in a cycle that makes you feel like you cannot get out of, makes you feel stuck, makes you feel like things are just is what it is, and you have to continue to grind in order to change your reality. And don't get me wrong, you have to work. You have to put in work. But there are so many other things that needs to happen first in order for you to actually really see change internally. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Let's go on this journey together. And let's make it a fun ride, because there's so much ahead of us. There's so much that's waiting for us. There's so many things that we can do, that we can manifest, that we can change, that we can break in terms of the things that are holding us back. And why not do that together? Cheers. Let's make this journey one for the books.